sure we can make Rich's Red IPA.
Come on! That's all I wanted to hear, Harry.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
I'm really pleased to be catching up with Harry from LoveBeer this morning. Morning, Harry. How are you, mate?
Hi, Rich. Good, thank you.
Good. Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Well, what an exciting weekend you've got planned. Of course, the LoveBeer Festival happening. Tell us all.
Yes, it's our summer festival. We run sort of 6 or 7 festivals across the year at the brewery. So we'll have 9 or 10 of our beers on, local cider from Green Shed in Newbury, live music and Morris dancing.
Amazing stuff. And just sort of mentioning there that the amount of beers that you've kind of got on. Obviously, you sort of mentioned sort of 9 beers and what have you. That seems to have upped in kind of volume and production over the sort of recent years. Obviously, the sort of pubs that I frequent, sort of Crafty Pint and what have you, there seems to be new ones being made and done all the time. Is that an ever-evolving process, kind of going, okay, what's next? What's the next little thing we can do?
Yeah, we've had 3 new beers, I think, in the past sort of 18 months. But we've got this sort of core range of 15 beers that we make annually. Some of them every month, some of them every week, some every 3 weeks, whatever. But because we're just getting in more and more pubs and getting more trade out, we can brew them more often. So we're sort of getting through the cycle quicker, which is a good thing. Yeah,
no, definitely is. And I think people also want that variety now. And long gone are the days where you sort of walk into a pub and you've got your staple beers. I won't name them because obviously some people might like them and what have you, but you just go, oh, right, they've got them and that's it. You know, more and more craft beer places are opening up and more people are open to trying new things and trying different things. And there's that excitement about it. I know for one, you know, from myself, going into places, and if there's something that I haven't had before, it attracts me to it. I'm not scared of it, and you build up that kind of that trust with the brand. You know, if you go, oh yeah, LoveBeer have got a new beer out, oh, I'm definitely going to try that because I like the last one. Is that what you're seeing and stuff?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're definitely getting a lot of return trade and people that will try things they wouldn't normally try. So, for example, we've got my favourite beer on this weekend, which is our Mild Rover, which is a dark mild, which is sort of a historic beer style that's wasn't very popular for a long time, but it's definitely coming back. And I'm not a dark beer drinker, and I will drink it quite happily.
And that's a mirror to what a lot of people will say. They'll go, oh, actually, I don't normally drink this type of stuff, but actually this is really nice because, you know, now beer has flavour. Beer is not brewed to be bland. It's brewed to be different, vibrant, fruity, you know, insert all these weird and wonderful things. And I guess that makes it kind of fun brewing it, doesn't it? To kind of go, actually, well, we can put this with that and see what comes out the other end.
Yeah, definitely. For example, we've got on Saturday, we'll have Hair of the Dug as well, which is one of the older brews that we sort of brought back, which has got fresh ginger in. And we've upped the amount of ginger in this time, so it's even more gingery. And it's really interesting, really nice.
Oh, amazing stuff. And obviously this weekend is, I know you do sort of lots of bits and bobs down at the brewery, but this weekend, you know, July, nice weather, touches wood, keeps fingers crossed, and all this kind of stuff. You know, it must be amazing to see the people sort of descend on the brewery to kind of have that kind of feel good vibe. Obviously, you've got sort of music and Morris dancing and all this kind of stuff that's happening. It must be kind of like, it must make you feel really proud to kind of go, actually, this beer is kind of bringing everyone together.
Yeah, it's great. And it's great, the sort of local community, all of the stuff we're using is local. So we've got local cider. The food's been made by a local chef using our beer and the cider. We've got sausage rolls that he's made. The music, the folk chap, Bill McKinnon, he's done folk sessions in the area for over 30 years. So yeah, it's great to get that sort of community together around it.
Amazing stuff. Now, Harry, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here because I know you hate that. And I'm going to, there's a couple of things. I've had Jim get in touch saying that you need to stop listening to Six music in the brewery.
Yeah.
It needs to be Get Radio. Although, you know, what they do is pretty good. So that's the first thing. The second thing, and I'm going to mention more other radio stations, which is very unlike what you're supposed to do. But a very dear friend of mine, Sophie, who presents the BBC Oxford breakfast show. She's fantastic, wonderful, and great friend, and she does a marvelous job and what have you. She, over the weekend, right? She had a beer named after her, right? Okay. Now, what Soph does is brilliant, and she's great. She's such a great broadcaster and what have you. But I've become insanely jealous of her. It was what was it? I can't remember. Sophie Lawless Bitter. That's what it was called. So, Harry, I've come to you as the person that I think I can manipulate most at the brewery to say, can this happen? And I am willing to pay good money to make this happen. But even just for a little, I don't know, a piece of paper ripped off and just to say Rich and just stuck on something. Can this happen in the near future?
I'm sure we can make Rich's Red IPA.
Come on! That's all I wanted to hear, Harry. That's it. And I knew I could get to him. I knew it. That is brilliant. That's made my year. To hear that, even just to hear that you've got a rich red IPA that could potentially happen, that has actually made my year. Top stuff, Harry. If people want to find out a little bit more about this weekend, a little bit more about the beers that are on offer and what's going on, where can people find you?
All of the details for the event are on Facebook. So there's a Facebook event that will have timings, parking, transport, all of the above. And yeah, our social media in general. Facebook, we're LoveBeer Brewery, and the same on Instagram.
Top stuff. Harry, always a pleasure catching up with you, mate, and thank you for making a sad little dream ever so slightly more near a reality. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Rich. I'll wait for my check in the post.
Yeah. Yes, I forgot to mention that.